to it, for Chang'e to take the elixir and leave her beloved husband. While I wanted to honor the existing legend in Daughter of the Moon Goddess, I also wanted to take it in a new direction of a heroine whose path was yet uncharted. I always imagined Xinyan's tale as a duology, with each book centered on different elements of the mythology, and was thrilled when my editor shared the vision. Chang'e and Houyi each have their own part in the myth, starting from their life together as mortals to when their paths diverge, one ascending to the skies, the other remaining on Earth. Just as Daughter of the Moon Goddess was inspired by Chang'e, I wanted Heart of the Sun Warrior to delve deeper into the legend of Houyi. For those who have not read the sequel, elements of the plot will be revealed below as I share some of its inspiration. The duology also weaves in other Chinese myths, namely the 4 dragons in Daughter of the Moon Goddess, while Heart of the Sun Warrior features another lesser-known figure of mid-autumn legend, that of the woodcutter on the moon. Some believed that, after gaining immortality, Chang'e lived on the moon, accompanied by only a rabbit and the woodcutter, who had offended the Jade Emperor and was sentenced to chop an enchanted tree for eternity. The legend diverges into multiple variations, with the woodcutter's wrongdoing ranging from laziness to killing his wife's lover. For the latter, I wondered how this crime of passion might twist his heart and mind, how it might shape his future if he allowed it to consume him. Another source of inspiration is the terracotta army, the thousands of clay soldiers constructed to guard the tomb of the first emperor of China. They have always fascinated me, their history and purpose, the intricacy and details of their crafting. In these stories, you will find magical kingdoms, grand battles, cunning monarchs, and noble warriors. Yet, what lies at the heart of this duology is love, both romantic and familial. I believe love is mysterious, complex, unexpected, far more gray than black and white, something that grows and evolves, as do we. And I believe the characters followed the path that was most true to who they were, who they grew into, which may not be who they started out as at the beginning. Xingyan's story is perhaps less of a fairy tale than that of a woman fighting for what she believes in, as she seeks the answers to her own life, accepting that she might never have them all, learning what makes her happy, being courageous enough to reach for it, and, despite the challenges she encounters, remaining hopeful for what tomorrow may bring. These characters have come to mean so much to me. It is hard to recall a time when they were not part of my life, and I have loved writing them with all my heart. I am thankful for everyone who made this possible, and to you for wanting to read more of the Celestial Kingdom, and I hope you will enjoy returning there once again. Dusk. Chang'e, Rise of the Sunbirds. A prequel to Daughter of the Moon Goddess, reimagining the myth of the 10 sunbirds, set in the world of the Celestial Kingdom. Light filtered through the gauze screens that covered the windows, the wooden frames latticed in a pattern of squares. I blinked, trying to adjust to the dazzling brightness, my mind still sluggish. Slumber had been hard-won. I'd slept with the curtains pulled back from the posts, though it did little good. While I did not perspire easily, my silk robe clung to me, damp with sweat. Breathing in, I almost choked on the air, suffused with a brittle heat unusual in the beginning of spring, when the days still bore a remnant of winter. My body felt heavy, each movement languorous, as I pushed myself from the bed. I was alone, Houyi's blanket still neatly folded at the foot of the bed. Had he not returned during the night? Walking to the windows, I pushed them apart quickly before the wood seared my fingers. Through the slender opening, I glimpsed a crack of sky, ablaze with vermilion flame. I dropped my gaze at once to protect my sight.